Hello everybody, this is Toys R Us. For this special figure showcase, we're going to be looking at the 1987 Series 4 original Decepticon Headmasters. So what we're going to do with this video, we're going to have a look at them in both of their modes. That'll help you decide how you want to display them. We'll have a look at the accessories that come with them to know if yours is complete. I'll point out things that you need to be aware of if you have to purchase one for yourself. And as I'm lucky enough to have one still in the packaging, we can have a look at the artwork and the fantastic battle scene on the back of that. So what we've got in front of us from left to right is we've got Mindwipe, Weirdwolf and Skullcruncher. So these are the original ones, that's their original names. These have had, not these actual molds, but they've had a Walmart reissue where they like updated them, I think. So whereas these are the actual originals, and that's why I'm going to be using the original names, just in case it causes a bit of confusion. So we might as well start with Mindwipe, who is on the left hand side. And I've got a lot of fond memories with this guy, to be fair, because I had him when I was a child. You've got this chest plate at the front, which you can keep the headmaster in if you want to. In fact, let's just take him. There he is. You can see he will fit nicely inside there, so he can pilot it as well if you wanted to. Mindwipe's partner is known as Vorath, and again he fits in there. The most important things for Mindwipes, to be honest, is, and this one is broke, this is a really good example. See the tabs inside there? It's really difficult now to slide the fists out. So there's something you really need to be aware of. If you haven't got the head, you can obviously get away with displaying him in this mode. It's quite big. These are really big. They are really blocky. But if you haven't got the heads, then it looks like, unfortunately, let's be honest, you are going to be displaying them in their alternate mode. Now, with all of the heads, they have got a bit of articulation. They've got movement at the leg, well, at the knees. I suppose you'd class the hips in the arms. I'm not going to fold the arms up because they're notorious for breaking there. But then also, what you need as well is this flap there. So when they're in robot mode, it just disguises a little bit the fact that it's a head. And that's the same for all three of these. Carrying on then, let's have a look at him in his robot mode. So he also comes with this gun. That's the other weapon that he comes with. And as I say, you know, if you haven't got the head, it's not going to display very good at all. Now the Headmaster Gimmick with all of these, and this is really good because with these particular headmasters, depending on which one you put in, it gives you a different reading, and that's because these there can be different lengths. And I know that sounds quite obvious, but with the junior headmasters, they were all the same. It didn't matter what you put in, and of course it'd always give you the same readings, whereas that you can see is a totally different reading to what his actual head Vorath was. So it's good for that reason, and this was a brilliant little gimmick. So also you can be aware of these, sometimes the chest plates, they can get broken and snapped off. That is something to be aware of, and I'm carefully going to click that back now. There's the tabs I was referring to earlier on the side of the arms, and you've got a bit of chrome here as well, something to be aware of. They are very basic figures. The articulation is literally, look, hips, knees, bit of the arms. They have been referred to as plastic bricks compared to, like, obviously the 84 and 85 run of figures. But I think for nostalgic reasons and for having these like I did when I was a kid, I really like them. I do still really like them. Right, we're going to move over to Weirdwolf and Monzo then. So we've already had a quick look at Monzo. And in fact, I was just about to show you, this one's the one guilty with really loose limbs as well. That's something to be aware of. They've all got nice little details on. This one, as you can see, is a bit battered, but I think it's also good to show you good condition ones and bad condition ones. Then you get an idea of what you're looking for. If we have a look at the robot mode first, this is a very dumpy little robot mode. It's completely obvious that this guy is like a werewolf, shall we say. The accessories that come with him is the gun. There's Weirdwolf's gun and his sword, and I'm actually going to keep his sword off for a second because I haven't got two swords, and you'll see why. So the other things here, obviously we've got stickers, we've got a bit of chrome, and I've just shown you how all the Headmaster Gimmick works as well. This one is quite small compared to the rest of them, but I think the color scheme works really well with these. This is the alternate mode, and look what happens if you've got really loose joints. They won't even hold into place. It's quite a good alternate mode. You can obviously lift up the jaws there, which is another little touch. This is where the pilot can sit inside, so Monzo could sit inside. I'm trying to do this one-handed. There we go. He could sit lying down or sitting forward pretty much. as long as you can manipulate him in. It's a good little idea. But then this is where the sword doubles up as a tail. So if you wanted to display him in this alternate mode, you'd preferably like to have the tail. If it's just facing the back like that, you get away with it, but that's what the tail doubles up like. There we go. Again, great color scheme with these. I do really like them. Oh, there we go. I've always got to knock one over in the videos. It's only right. Moving over then, as I say, this guy was originally known as Skullcruncher, and Grax was the name of his partner. I've only got one of Grax, so I'm just going to stand him up. I might as well look at the robot first while he's here. Exactly the same principle. That's where the chest cavity folds down. We'll have a look at Grax in a second. This is Skullcruncher's gun. All nice big, look, big pegs. They all fit in each other's hands. You can mix and match the weapons. And this is his tail. I'm going to keep this off as well because, again, it is a sword, but it will also double up as a tail. This one's got the least amount of articulation. The legs are barely apart, but they do, but it's mainly for the transformation process. But he's got a bit more articulation in the arms. You see, he's got, like, I suppose, a bicep joint as well. I think, again, what I like about these is the colour schemes. And the other good thing with pretty much most Decepticons after the Jets is they're all like beasts or animals, weren't they? So it just continued the trend, obviously, from the Insecticons, etc., that a lot of them were beasts, and it just continued the trend, and it looked really, really good. Moving on to the alternate mode, and this was the only really strange thing, that the pilot, where you would put, obviously, Grax, although I don't know why, you know, you'd literally put him inside the jaws. I need to fold the legs up so he can sit back like so. So I don't know how he was supposed to attack, but yeah, that's exactly where in the original you can just make him through that translucent plastic, that he was going to co-pilot him from his mouth. So that's very strange. I'm sure it's been picked up before. I think I mentioned it in his actual video as well. And then if we spin it round, this was obviously his sword in robot mode, and it connects at the back. So again, you can get one of these, just the basic bodies with no head, with no sword, and you could still get away with displaying him in this particular mode. There we go then. Right, before we have a quick look at the packaging, I'm just going to pop his head back in there, and let's move these over like so. If you're interested in seeing comparisons, I've done a comparison video separately as well with these and with the Titan's Return versions, which to be honest aren't very different from the new Walmart ones. If you're after direct comparisons, this one's just looking at the original. So I'm lucky enough to say that this is still sealed. If we spin it round, we can see that this was Toys R Us. I stay sealed, it's come apart there, but it's sealed inside the box. There isn't, oh, there is $14.99, and as it was 1987, year of the Headmasters, there is the fantastic Headmaster artwork, and of course you've got the Headmaster leaders, Scorponok, Fortress Maximus, and then of course, yep, there's Skullcruncher, Mindwipe. You've got the Autobot Monster Bots, Chrome Dome, brilliant piece of artwork. Spinning it around again. There we go. So that's it. So obviously the big differences between these and the newer ones is the size, the names. Some of the names have been changed, and yeah, well, these have much less articulation, but that's why I wanted to show you guys these. The good thing about this channel is I know that I've got viewers who will have never seen these, and I've obviously got viewers who may or may not know about all the new reissues as well. But there you go, just to wrap it up, a nice very quick look at the original three Decepticon 1987. Is it going to balance just to finish the video off? Yep, 1987 Decepticon Headmasters. Hope you enjoyed looking at them. Hope it helped you with your decision if you wanted to get the originals as well. So keep your ideas, suggestions and all comments coming forward. I do appreciate them, and I do obviously get back and answer every single comment. And of course, please take care. Thanks for watching. Like and comment, and don't forget to subscribe.